Well, it's been a while since I made a movie, especially an update on the sawmill. So I thought I'd take this beautiful day, take a chance out of it, and take a chance of making a movie. I've been working on this thing for quite a few years. Everything kind of has priority over the sawmill. But right now I'm working on the off-bearer deck. The saw and stuff are under there. Motors under there, 671 Detroit. What we're doing here is building a deck, nice deck for the off-bearer position. It's going to have that grating in the front part so the sawdust will go through and won't build up. I don't know if you can see down in there. Might have to look at another area. It's on, down there is a 6x12 cut out a telephone pole, and there's another one underneath there, and then it's set on telephone poles all bolted together. Another one, another 6x10 or 6, it might be 6x12, I'm not sure. You can see the grating up there. These are 2x10s on 12-inch centers. Trex deck. All this stuff here is Trex. Just got started a few days ago on putting the top on. You can see it's on telephone poles in the ground. They're 3 foot in the ground on 8 inches of concrete. Everything in here is on minimum of 8 inches of concrete. So that's going to be the off deck. One of the reasons I just had the roof put on a few days ago. Finally got somebody come out here and put the roof on. I can't climb up on things anymore. Here's the deck behind the sawmill. We'll walk down that and take a peek from the back side. I'll probably uncover it as soon as I get the ends put on these trusses, so the rain won't come down in between, because right there, if you can see it, it come down right on the motor, so I don't want to uncover that. That's one reason that I haven't been working on it too much, because like last year it just rained every day. That's 7-foot wide walkway here. Just turned out to what it turned out to be. There's one of the log decks here. This one's a 10-foot log deck, and then there's, I don't know, 10 or 12 foot in between these two. I'll show it from the other side too. And then down here's a 15-foot log deck. There's a log turner under there, and another, that one there's a mallet log turner. This one right here is a chain style log turner. There's the measurement for the logs, gauge tape, I guess. And then it's going to go down, going down this. There's 80 foot of track here. The rollers are all set. I guess I can walk across now, kind of get an idea. This is the grating, so sawdust won't build up. That's what I used to have over it. Worked pretty good for quite a few years. I could move it. I'll walk around the other way. Grating here, because these always pile up with sawdust here. There's the log rule. There's what 30 foot of carriage looks like. Come out here. I got the opening between these two are 42 feet. That steel beam up there, that was a throwaway. I do a lot of stuff with throwaway stuff, I guess recycle it or repurpose it more than anything. That was That was a two-piece thing that was a divider for classrooms. Well, a lot of people know I was a janitor, and I'd bring, anytime they threw anything home, I'd bring it home. So that's where we're at now. There's going to be we'll probably build a room around the sawmill because it's 671 Detroit under there, and they're kind of a little noisy from time to time. So if I build a wall between this post here, that's a good sized post, by the way. And then there's a place down there, be another beam going up into there, so I can build a wall there and enclose this so it's be a little more soundproofing. Anyhow, that's where we're at. Oh, this all get filled up to this all going to get backfilled with dirt up to that deck. So it'll probably be tapered way out to here, probably further than that with dirt, so it'll just be a straight on situation. Scissor lift. Somebody threw that away. Wanted to know if I wanted, I took it. Had to put a couple $100 worth of batteries in it, but after that it works fine. It's been working for quite a few years. Got some wood cut up. This year's wood. It's been cut since last year. Last year I didn't get too much work done on the sawmill because it was just rained every day. It just seemed like it rained every day, or go 2 or 3 days without rain. And these are what I call chunks and hunks in that thing there. It's just pieces that wouldn't stack well. You can see I got a airways through there, so that stuff dries, and as the wind blows, it blows it out. You can even look through there. It goes all the way through, and that stuff is mostly oak. Now I'll show you another interesting thing. It's that I got. Oops, getting in the sun a little bit. It's another cutoff saw for slab wood. It's automatic, it runs, and it's got a cam on it that feeds it in and out, in and out. It's all locked up. Then here's another in the barn here. This is going on the sawmill down there when I'm finished with it. I don't know if you can see it. It's a top rig. So I'm going to put a top saw on that saw out there. It's on a #1 husk underneath all that stuff. I'll probably rebuild that husk. That's a real good husk. But I went out to Indiana and picked that top rig up. You can see down here where the mandrel will come through here, and it goes back underneath there. I gotta clean that up and get that on down there too. Just part of building it. Sawmill's a lot of different parts from a lot of different mills. Well, three maybe 4 mills. I got the first one up in New York, come out of a chicken coop. Had to load it by hand. A good friend of mine helped me load that thing by hand out of a chicken coop. We had come-alongs and car jack or engine hoists and that kind of stuff to get it, but pulled it out, and it was only had 15 foot of carriage. I wanted more carriage. By the time I bought another 2 L's and another couple of axles and stuff like that from Fritco, is going to cost me so much money that I found another mill over in New Jersey and bought it, and then tied the two together. There's other videos of rebuilding this thing, but it's got 30 foot of carriage, all back to about the original dimensions of what it would be, and ought to be something when it's going. Then that top rig came out of Indiana. I drove out to Indiana and got that top rig. I wanted to put a top rig on it. Get tired of having big logs that you just can't quite get them, and then you're out there with a chainsaw and you're doing this and doing that, and It was just top rig was a good thing to get. I guess I'll drive back up to the top, find my little Kubota, drive back up the top. It's just a pretty day. I don't think you'd have a hard time beating this day as far as weather. You're gonna have to put your volume down a little bit. Oh, we'll drive back to the other sawmill while we're here. That's a rubber tire loader. It fits in between the two log decks. Pile of sawmill ways that are wood. That's my Cadillac wood drying. Sawmill parts. Some more Cadillac wood on that side. Pile of junk wood down there. Creek. What a beautiful day. This is what I call my Jeep barn, but I got other things in it. You see my sawmill signs. A couple Jeeps. There's a front one's a 51, the one behind it's a 69. Little Bobcat helps me pick things up. A couple little saws and stuff in there and help me. Generator. There's my pterodactyl. Put that on the front end of the Bobcat and that thing will go up about 30 foot. Old steam engine. The engine's covered up, I guess that's the boiler. Here's a couple parts Jeeps. Frickin' Jeep. Frick sawmills and old Jeeps. There's another old goodie over there. 671 under that tarp there. Sawmill engine. Gotta get rid of it. There's another Jeep. Backhoe for that track machine that's in the front. Few logs. Just got that recently. I'm gonna put that on the front of that Bobcat so I can reach up and grab big things up high. It goes up about 18, 19 feet. Telephone poles for being cut. A few pine logs here. Last video showed that chop saw cutting up the trims. I still got some more trims to cut up. There's the other sawmill. There's some couple ash logs. I need to make some 2x6s out of those. There's some more Jeeps. Oh, there's the. I guess we'll go this way on the sawmill. You're gonna get dizzy watching this movie. That's my little first one. Little oak log. Those are the pine logs. Here's a rollback that I bought, but I never did anything with. Gonna have to sell that thing. 366 gas motor in it, I believe. A couple old Jeeps. A couple manure spreaders. I used to drop the sawdust in the manure spreader and spread it. There's a potato digger, irrigation pipe. All sorts of fun stuff. Over in that trailer over there, or box truck, there's another sawmill in there. Good pieces. There's a good old Jeep. Some of my junk. If people have something they want to throw away, generally I'll take it. End up taking something out of it. These are old trash compactors there. There's a bunch more back there in the woods. Done with this tour. The old generator. That runs the house. If the electric goes out, I just hook it up and take it up there, or use it for electricity in this barn back here if I'm working later at night. Good old air compressor I just got. Woods up there. Take the low road up. Trying to get spider web. There goes a squirrel. Sometimes I take that road over there, but this one, we'll take this road today. Another squirrel. We'll take this road here. I got something in the mail the other day. Well, yesterday, as a matter of fact. I have to show it to you. I was watching Outdoor with the Morgans. They had an electric bike. Well, that looks like fun. I'll have to get me one of them. It came in yesterday. There's the air compressor. Like an old time one. It only turns 1725, and that thing just make a ton of air. Here's the outdoor, or the electric bike. Pretty neat, man. It goes like a rocket. It goes faster than I thought it was going to go. Faster than this old man can go. There's a dog pen over there. This is the backyard. Oh well, over and out. I had to do another movie on the electric bike, I guess. Over and out. Enjoy the weather today.